everyone. Welcome back to Raise to Rise podcast, a place where we discuss bite-sized wisdom nuggets with easy-to-follow practices to live a better life. Raise to Rise podcast is supported by Ayurvedic Seva. Ayurvedic Seva is an herbal dietary supplement line set out to change the industry by dedicating the company to quality, safety, and holistic approach on making the wellness journey safe, healthy, and natural. If you want to start adding some natural herbs in your diet, then head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. Once again, head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. I am your host, Mithal Patel, a parenting junkie, Ayurveda enthusiast, and an advocate of conscious living. Today, I want to share my very basic Ayurvedic practice that I have been following since I was a baby. My mom said since I started eating solid food. It is about an Ayurvedic practice that has not received the love and attention that has proven benefits to which I can personally attest. Hence, I wanted to shed some light on tongue scraping. Tongue scraping. Does it sound painful? It's actually not. It is a quick, simple, and extremely inexpensive practice. All you need is a stainless steel tongue cleaner that reaps many benefits. I have been enthusiastically tongue scraping for years now, and I don't see how anyone could try tongue scraping once, see the gunk you remove from your tongue, and not become an enthusiast as well. I therefore urge you to start scraping today. I honestly can't live without tongue scraping. Without a doubt, it should be a part of our daily oral hygiene routine. I stress to my kids and strangers too nowadays, like how important this practice really is. A tongue scraper is the one thing I would want with me on a vacation. Forget the makeup. I mean, I don't use makeup either, but just saying I would prefer to forget anything else but my tongue scraper. Now you would ask, why would I insist you to do something that sounds like a torture? We all know about and to some extent suffer from morning breath. Well, it just so happens that tongue scraping is one of the best defenses against halitosis, period. And if you scrape regularly, especially before bed, your morning breath will be drastically reduced. Why? Think about it. It's called oral hygiene. So you brush your teeth, you flush your gums, but that big plush carpet that sits on the bottom of your mouth gets ignored. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Actually, the soft, spongy, bumpy texture of the tongue is the perfect little bedding ground for the bacteria. What you scrape off your tongue is this bacteria along with various other toxins. Eek! Did you know the human mouth contains 100 to 200 different species of bacteria, and an unhealthy mouth can have over 1 billion germs found among the teeth, gums, and on the tongue. For this reason alone, a tongue scraper is one of the most useful tools we can start using immediately to benefit. Did you know even dentists started recommending patients to scrape their tongues? Well, scraping our tongue removes thousands of bacteria, including those anaerobic bacteria. These bacteria otherwise be living in our mouth, feeding off of the foods and drinks and causes tooth decay, leading us to get fillings, root canals, or other dental procedures. Simply scraping tongue once a day, it reduces bad breath and halitosis by up to 90%. So it's worth investing in that tiny tongue scraper. What say? How does a dirty mouth affect overall health? Housing our taste buds is the tongue's best known role. But when your tongue is coated in gunk, your taste buds have no chance to fully enjoy those molten chocolate cake or any other delicious food. And decreased taste actually leads to decreased digestion. Tongue is the entryway to our digestive system. We all know that digestion begins in the mouth. Saliva is filled with enzymes that start breaking down food, and there's that chewing thing as well. The cleaner the mouth, the better you can taste your food. That is the most mouth-watering it is, the better your digestion is. The more soft plaque you have on your tongue, the more hard plaque will form on your teeth. This leads to, bad breath, but also tooth decay. As an aside, every time I go for my biannual teeth cleaning, my dentist compliments me on at my home oral care. He's actually told me once that there is really no plaque here for me to clean. Thank you, tongue scraping. According to the clinical studies, oral bacteria and poor oral hygiene are linked to several other diseases, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even infertility. At less than a minute a day, tongue scraping is the ultimate prevention. You might be saying, I do clean my tongue with my toothbrush. Well, your heart's in the right place, but you've got the wrong tool in your hand. An ordinary toothbrush is not recommended. It does not remove the microorganisms from the tongue properly. Don't use your toothbrush because this will just move the gunk around, driving it deeper into the tongue and embed it into your toothbrush. Just as the multi-bristled toothbrush is optimal for cleaning the hard surface of your teeth, you need a solid surface like a stainless steel tongue scraper to really clean the squishy surface of your tongue. A U-shaped tongue scraper is where it's at. Ancient Ayurvedic textbooks states that tongue scrapers should be made of gold, silver, copper, tin, or brass, and should be non-sharp and curved so as not to injure the tongue. But stainless steel scrapers, which are now widely available, are also effective. Now you may ask, how do I tongue scrape? As I said earlier, it is quick and simple, though timing does matter. Ideally, you want to tongue scrape as soon as possible once you wake up, before you've eaten anything, drank anything, or brushed your teeth. Just open wide. You don't want to hit your teeth with the scraper, do you? No. So, stick your tongue out and starting from the back, glide the scraper over your entire tongue. Rinse it after each scrape to remove the accumulation. If you stimulate gag reflex during scraping, this means scraping is too aggressive. Begin scraping gently to avoid the gagging reflex. Do this at least 5 to 7 times or until your scrapes come up clean, meaning you've gotten all the gunk off. You may want to do it in the bathroom mirror over the sink at first to make sure you're getting to the back of your tongue. The most posterior portion of the tongue collects the most buildup, so you really have to make sure you reach far back. An Ayurvedic perspective about this practice has helped me with an increased awareness of how this tongue coating can ultimately affect many aspects of our physical and emotional well-being. This ancient practice helps stimulate the internal organs through energetic connections with the rest of the body. It also increases the clarity of mind by reducing the heaviness of the ama. They are toxins. This brings us the physical and emotional balance, allowing us to expand our spiritual awakening. Keep scraping every day. Tongue is a mirror of all the organs, so stay tuned to learn more about the connection between our tongue and the rest of our organs. Thank you for listening to Race to Rise podcast. We would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about our today's episode. Please let me know you have listened to this episode and fill me with your aha moment. Share it on Instagram, tag me with the hashtag Race to Rise or at Mital's Conscious Parenting, and I would love to share those to my stories and shout you out there. So please go ahead and tag me on Instagram, and I would also love if you subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. It's our brand new podcast launch, and we have some bonus giveaways going on for the top raters and reviewers. Also, I would love to send you my 7-day parenting journal absolutely for free. All you gotta do is leave me a review in the iTunes store, take a screenshot, and email it over at racetorisepodcast@gmail.com. Again, take a screenshot of the review and email me at racetorisepodcast@gmail.com, and I will send you the 7-day parenting journal. Thank you so much for being the active listener of this podcast. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for raising your consciousness and rising as joyful beings.